What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. We are live. This is hashtag them dragons, the number one live House of the Dragon reaction show on Pornhub. I am your host, Lord Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka DHNIC. And I'm joined once again this week by my co-host Mara the Shark Watkins
Hey.
and the Warden Matt Ritter.
What up?
How's it going tonight, y'all? How you doing?
I'm surprised you haven't added like King of the Andals and the Roynar and the First Men and a bunch of other
You
bullshit.
want a longer intro?
I don't. I'm just surprised his ego hasn't allowed it to happen yet.
Don't give the ego ideas. I'm done.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Because, we're here to talk about House of the Dragon tonight. So, we don't need y'all and your many complaints about me right now. All right.
Just making a point.
All right. Hurt my feelings. All right. Like, you can't see it here because of glasses, but I cried a little bit.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. I know you too well.
Whatever. Anyway, we're here to talk about House of the Dragon, episode 3. We just finished watching it, and we're here to talk about it live with y'all. So if you're here, be sure to, if you want to send us your thoughts, you can go on Twitter and just tweet at us. Hashtag them dragons and at us at its creation world.
ITSCREATIA world.
There you go. Right there. Go there. Talk to us. We'll read your tweets because we like to read tweets. But before we get into that, let's just talk about our overall thoughts. What did you all think this week? Matt, let's start with you. What were your overall thoughts?
I think it was a good episode. Things are kind of getting figured out. Also, shout out to Aegon. It is also Zoe of House Ritter's second name day today. So that was a cool little tie-in for me. I got to celebrate a princess's second name day while a prince's second name day was being celebrated on TV. So that was fun.
Little white baby, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I feel like also today, or this episode, was the first time I realized that name day and birthday were the same.
Basically the same. It depends on who it is, though, because sometimes their name day may be different from their birthday by like a few days or something, as far as basically when they were given their name. But it's basically how they mark how old somebody is still. But yeah, so it's second name day, so it's his second birthday, which is kind of weird because only reason why it's weird to me is because not oftentimes, but often enough, their name day is not the day they were born. So they like their first name day. Is it the day that they gave them the name, or is it a year later? But it's probably a year later. But in my head, I'm like, their first name day is the day that you named them.
That makes sense. I feel like my youngest brother wasn't named for like at least 4 or 5 days. I kept calling him by the hour, and then it eventually turned into, hey, day 1, hey, day 2. Hey, day 3.
Also, like the time, like it doesn't mess with me because I knew it was coming because they kind of showed it at the clip from last week, and we've seen stuff going forward. But like, not a huge fan of just jumping 2 years in time to where like
and not saying so until
you're
like into the episode for a while. Like you could have.
You gotta just hope you were listening to what they were saying to know that 2 years had gone by.
We didn't know it until we were in that whole name day celebration. Like the whole part of the beginning when Damon was like burning shit, and in that little skirmish, we didn't realize how like far in the future it was. I thought it was just like they had just been at it for a few months, maybe. But
yeah,
true.
And then all of a sudden there's a whole ass baby and she's pregnant again. And they weren't even married last time we saw them.
Exactly. They done had a whole baby.
They were like, you don't need to see
another
the
one on the way. Like, fuck.
Busy ass people.
Yeah. Also, completely like off the subject of what we were talking about there, but still kind of on House of the Dragon kind of thing. Did we talk about this last week that it was put it to my attention that Cisco is a Targaryen?
No, I don't think we talked about that last week.
Yeah, yeah, platinum hair, unleash the dragon. Yeah, Cisco's a Targaryen. Anyway, it's canon. It's
I don't
a
know
thing.
why I thought you were talking about Cisco from The Flash, and I was like,
That's
was
who
he
I
in this
thought too.
episode?
I was just like, I'm confused. Does he
I
ever
expected
mention
Mara to
him?
think that, but I did not expect that from you, Matt. I
No,
thought
no,
you would know me better than that.
Which
did
is
not
funny
even
because
cross
I
my
would
mind.
have thought you would have expected me to get the Cisco reference and then expect Matt to get the Flash reference.
Matt knows how Unleash the Dragon is, how important Unleash the Dragon
I
is
do.
for me.
I do.
So I expect him to know better.
Listen, it has been a very long 6 weeks.
I'm just old enough to know the song
Mhm.
from that album. So
Yeah. But yeah, was that it for your overall thoughts, Matt? Just you enjoyed it, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there was not getting in too deep to anything. Yeah, it was a good fucking episode.
Okay. What about you, Mar? What were you thinking? How you feeling?
a lot of talking, but I know it was a lot of politicking.
Yeah. This one was, I wouldn't say slower, but
it was slower.
yeah, I guess slower would be the word. It's just like I don't feel like that's what it is. It was just, it felt like not a lot happened, but I wasn't bothered by that kind of thing.
I was gonna say, I guess I felt last episode was slower, but maybe that's because they book ended this episode with dragons and murder. So like, we kicked it off with dragons and murder, we ended it with dragons and murder. Like,
Yeah,
I get it.
I feel you.
I guess because like it's a lot of all, or at least I felt like it was all like a lot of, except for till the end, just felt like same day shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. They
all
were
day there.
politicking a lot.
Yeah, like it's all hearing like everyone talk about like Rhaenyra marrying or like naming Aegon the heir, and like Viserys like pretty much defending his decision to name Rhaenyra as his heir to the throne, and it's just like, okay, how long are we going to keep doing this circle?
Forever.
also, how do you not have that
She has a
discussion?
vagina.
Like, the baby's been around for 2 years, and I understand she's been kind of moody, and now like, but how is this the first time you guys have sat down and you've told her, hey, I'm not replacing you, or that she hasn't come to dad and been like, the reason I've been pissed off for however long is because A, you fucked my best friend, and then B, you're having a baby with my best friend who's gonna take my spot as heir. Like, how is this now just taking 2 years to happen?
Because royals are stubborn and pig-headed, and it's kind of how they are.
Shout
And
out
he
to
had this-
Hightower though.
What he gets because he got a mission in mind. He's sticking to it.
Oh, dude, he's like, all right, I'm gonna send my daughter there, and I'm gonna give my boy an heir, and then we're gonna be running shit. Oh, so you're gonna leave your daughter as heir? All right. Well, how about you marry your daughter to my grandson? Keep it in the family, and then I still get to be granddad of the king. Like,
He tried it. Yeah, that definitely did happen. He definitely did try to convince Viserys to betroth his daughter to his 2-year-old son.
and her half brother.
Which, well, that's a Targaryen thing. I wasn't that didn't surprise me one bit. I'm like, yo, that nigga's 2. Like, what the fuck?
Well, you did say they also tried to marry him off to a 7-year-old. At least her and her half brother are closer in age.
On screen, she was
would have been.
12.
He's still like 50, Travis.
Oh, I know, but at least like they marry people off at about 14. So it's just like, that was closer than this 2-year-old kid. Like,
Not
this
2.
thing is the baby. They said it was 2.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking about the little. I thought you were making a shot at the little girl.
Oh no, she's 12. She was 12. Yeah, that was.
I was gonna say, the king straight up said, he's like, you could marry her off to Aegon. He's like, he's 2, like flat out. Yeah, I know, but he's my grandson, and I'm trying to do some shit here. Stop fucking it up.
Trying to get some stuff going.
I didn't let you fuck my daughter for nothing. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I feel it. All right. Yeah, I kind of what I was telling you what I was thinking. It felt kind of slow, but I wasn't bothered by it being slow. Um, Nothing earth shattering. I feel like was happening until the end, except for when he kind of just confirmed, like, "Yo, you're still my heir." Like, I don't know what, like, I don't care what they say. I wavered a little bit for a little while, but that was brief. You're still my heir. Um, all right, so like last week we kind of just talked highlights and all that kind of stuff, and we kind of went back and forth about this during the week. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still just run through the plot. That sound all right with y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So yeah, this episode kicks off. We got the crab feed is fucking somebody up, and he's just like, you're not gonna be able to keep doing this, and blah 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 blah, while he's getting fucked up, and nobody's paying him any mind really until a dragon shows up, and he's just lighting them up, light them up, light them up, and the dude's cheering for him like, yeah, burn them niggas. Like it was a whole lot of that going on, and then the arrow fire happened and they had to retreat. Yeah.
We're not going to talk about how that dragon stepped on the dude that was cheering for him.
Well, yeah, that happened too, because that was the end of the cheering after he was saying burn them niggas, he came down and yeah. Also, I don't know if we've talked about this, but we probably haven't. We may have talked about it on #ThemeThrones way back then, but the dragons in Game of Thrones are technically wyverns, but we'll move on to that because they only have 2 legs. But anyway, so yeah, we talked about this earlier though, but it's 3 years later. It's the baby's second name day. They celebrating. All is well. We were talking about there's a baby boy now, and she's pregnant with another one. The whole time during this celebration, though, Viserys is like, yo, where the fuck is Rhaenyra? Where's Rhaenyra? Nobody knows where the fuck she's at. Turns out she's just chilling under the heart tree. What was that, Mar?
So she minded her business.
Entirely. So yeah, she's under the heart tree. She's having their local bard or whatever playing the song for her and playing the same song over and over again. She is not liking this shit that's going on with this new baby and all that. It is not what's hot in the streets to her.
I appreciate this though, because you think as a 17-year-old, basically she's chilling in her room, listening to her favorite song, writing whatever she was writing.
Her manifesto.
Out. Just vibing in her room with her favorite song playing. Obviously, she has to have someone sing it and play it repeatedly over and over.
She don't have
can't put that shit on repeat. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. That was, it's what people do. They sequester themselves and listen to the same sad song over and over again.
I mean, but also, did they really think that she was going to be like rah 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 about all of this?
No, but I think he expected her to at least show up.
Yeah. Well, 17-year-olds are going to be 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
No matter what time period it is.
Exactly. So yeah, but they're really gathering because there's going to be a hunt. Eventually, redheaded wife. What's her name? What is her name? Best friend. Alicent. Yes. I don't know why I blanked on that, but yeah, she comes out. She waddles on out there, hold the belly and everything. She's like, yeah, look at me, I have a baby here. It's always weird when I see that. And you're just like, yes, we know you're pregnant. Like, you don't have to telegraph that for us over and over again. What's up, man?
So I know, like, what time period. We were just talking about ages. So if Rhaenyra is 17, that means Alicent is more than likely 17 as well, right?
Yep.
which means if she already has a 2-year-old son, she got knocked up when she was 15, at least, possibly 14.
Correct.
Yeah.
Further questions?
No, that just want to make sure I did that math right.
Yeah, that happened. That's typical for them. And I was just about to bring this up, Amani. Thank you. Yeah, while they're out there, she was like, "We need you to come inside." But first, actually, she was trying to dismiss the bard, and Rhaenyra was like, "Your princess says stay," and she came back. Well, your queen says get the fuck out.
Right.
So she's just like, damn. Because at the time, I'm just like, when Rhaenyra did it, I'm like, you realize she can just. Oh yeah, she did. Okay. Yep. Did you? I don't know how you thought that was going to turn out. Like,
I'm surprised she didn't call her best friend her father's whore.
I don't think she'd go that far. It was one of those. She's like, she's pissed, but she doesn't hate them. You know, it's one of them.
Sounds like some millennial shit.
That's a big ass spider.
Oh, I was like, why do you look so confused by that?
There's no way I'm getting to it without getting up out of my chair, so I'm gonna wait.
You have you need to get one of those
wait.
the bug assault guns, where it's like the ones that shoot salt, and you can just aim it and. Psh.
No, I'm not throwing this.
Oh, I was waiting on it. Like, you pulled. That's so disappointing.
I thought about it, but it'll probably break.
So. What is it? Oh.
From Jeepers Creepers.
That's nice.
Yeah.
For those of you just listening, it's a very nice dagger that he was holding in his hand. Let's see. But yeah.
Not a clap having Jezebel.
I don't think she has the clap. I'm about to say, I don't think she has the clap, though.
That doesn't matter, though. Whether you got it or not, it still hurts.
So anyway.
Well, yeah. If someone started saying I had the clap and I don't have the clap, I would definitely be very hurt by that.
Would you know? I mean, it's just a shot in the ass and it's over with. You're good. Like...
Have you had the clap before, Travis?
No, but I know how it works. Like, it's called sex education where you learn these things. So
didn't get that. We watched 13 and some other movie about dating violence. So that was about the extent of sex ed that I got.
It has got to be they're like, here's a movie about what happens when you get pregnant. We're like, we're not going to teach you shit. Just watch this precautionary tale.
Wow. Yes. Yeah. Yes, the ones that are the STDs that are bacterial can be treated and cured and all that kind of stuff. The viral ones are the problem. The clap is bacterial. It's just a shot. You're good. Anyway.
Syphilis is such a pretty name.
And not treating tetanus, because we haven't gotten an update on whether or not Viserys is still having all of those cuts and shit.
Those infections and all that. Yeah. Yes, they were definitely spreading syphilis. Yes. Oh, that reminds me of major pain. If you're looking for sympathy, you can find it in a dictionary between shit and syphilis. But
would you even call this a hunt, really? Like, does it count as a hunt if everyone else goes out and catches something so you can walk up and stab it?
Somebody hunted it. They had to hunt it in order to get into that position.
I guess.
Was a hunt under the royals' order.
Yeah, it was.
The king will stab it.
It felt more like gang violence, but it was just
like an initiation ritual.
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me. Like, yo, this is like, why they gang up on them like that? Like they jumped him and they held it by the antlers, and it wasn't even the right one. And it's just like,
yo, he was embarrassed when the shit did not die the first time.
Oh yeah. The first stabbity stab, yeah.
And like he really thought he did something when he like turned it and like almost broke it, and then the dude was just like, little bit to the left of
A
my
little further
lord.
to the left. You missed the vital organs there.
He's clearly weak, but go figure. They went out looking for a white one, and they came back with a brown one and said, "We'll kill this one instead." It's good enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just like some, political folks in charge. But anyway, before that happened, though, they're
like
in the camp for the hunt. What's that?
It's like the groundhog on Groundhog's Day.
Yeah. So they're back in the camp, and Rhaenyra is approached by Jason Lannister. And he's... Is that why you wore the lion shirt, or that was just a coincidence?
No, the party today was Disney themed, and I had to get a Disney shirt, so I got that one. But I was wearing it, and I'm like, hey, House Lannister, the Lions. I already had it on, so it worked.
It does work. But yeah, he's, trying to buddy up to like, hey, I can give you all this and, be my queen and my wife and blah, 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 blah. And she just like, really, bitch? Like, the fuck? And immediately goes to her father like, what the hell, nigga? Like,
I don't want to get married.
I don't want to marry him. Like, what is up with you? He is
I'm just confused though. But so as heir to the throne, did she expect that she was just never going to marry ever?
She just didn't like being told what to do. That's really what her thing is. And, teenagers. That's what that is.
Okay.
And Lannister, I almost gave the guy credit, but he overplayed his hand. Like, he was doing really well. He was talking about the view from Casterly Rock and everything. And all he had to say was, hey, maybe come sometime and check out that sunset with me and see if we could see across the sea or whatever. And instead he's like, I can give you anything as my queen. I'll dig you a dragon pit, bitch. And it's like, no. See, you went too far. You fucked up. You overplayed your hand. Definitely. You don't drop marriage on the first conversation. That's not how it works.
It's not even the first date. It's the first time y'all spoke, period. Like you said, hello, I'm Jason Lannister. Be my wife. Like, it's just like, wait, what?
Zero game from the Lannisters.
Yeah. At least get to the...
I mean, here's the thing. I think the problem is for most of the time when you're a Lannister, you don't have to have game. Like, it's just like, Lannister, Casterly Rock, all this gold. Jump on the dick now. Like, it's just...
Though they are not the richest family right now. The Sea Serpents are still the richest family, from what we were told.
Well, yeah, even if they're not the richest, they're still fucking rich as hell.
True. She has a good point.
Which is crazy because he is not anything to look at.
Because he even came and said, hey, like, when she falls from her station marrying me, like, she won't fall far. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, you're going to name the boy the heir, right? So, like, she can be my wife, and it's not that much of a step down. It's like, no, bro, you'd be marrying the heir, motherfucker. Like, remember, you're not the prize here.
Exactly. Like, you are marrying the queen. She's ruling. You're there to sit next to her and look pretty, and you're not good at that right now. So...
But it was nice to get one of our other old families back.
Yeah. They didn't mention them before. They just showed the sigil on their armor and stuff. So it was good to actually have them have a voice this week. But yeah, she's arguing with her father, and she's like, "Yo, fuck this," and ends up just riding off. And Kristen rides after her because he's like, "Yo, I got to take care of her because it's my job." Catches up with her. They have a little back and forth, and she tells him about what happened with the Lannister, and he offers to kill him, jokingly but serious. Because he's like, yeah, they laugh, and I'm like, he'd do it if she said it. Like, it's just
yeah.
There's no doubt he would have killed her if she said, yes, kill her for me. Let's see. But yeah.
I thought they were going to fuck, and they did not fuck.
I didn't expect that yet.
Christian and
and
Rhaenyra.
Yeah,
I was hoping for a kiss at least. Damn it.
They were out in the woods together by themselves. They fucked a boar up. Like,
yeah,
I would have thought that would have been a prime time.
We got 10
Right.
episodes to go. Let it, slow burn. Slow
You
burn,
have
people.
10 episodes left. Nice.
10 episodes, period. That's what I mean. Like 10
Oh.
episodes of the season.
So
Um,
7 more. Yeah.
Yeah, give it time. Give it time. I'm sure at some point they'll fuck before this season's over. But
Better
yeah,
not time jump and make me miss it.
I mean, even if you do time jump, they'll probably fuck as adults. Like,
You need to see the first time, Travis. The first time is the most important.
is it really
Knowing that
though?
they've been fucking for 15 years and this is just another round, it's not the same as that magic of the first time.
Is it really magical though,
It is.
or is it just a fumbling mess?
I'm telling you, right, that moment right there with boar's blood all over them in the forest in the dirt would have been more magical than them in a royal throne just doing whatever missionary they were doing to try and get her pregnant, because it's been 15 years and they've done everything and seen everything and now they're bored. That is true.
You're right. You're right. You're right. They did not do a slow burn when it came to pedophilia. You are completely correct there. But yeah, we got Viserys. He's drunk as shit because he's just not happy about what's happening here. And Rhaenyra's gone. He's by the bonfire losing his shit. He's going, talking to Alicent. There's the name. I remembered again. But yeah, drunk as hell. So they all, they killed the stag, all that, whatever. But
Embarrassing.
as Rhaenyra is returning with Kristen after killing that boar that we talked about, the white stag that they were all looking for shows up and just stands there and takes a look at Rhaenyra. They have a little back and forth eye contact, making eyes at each other.
The princess who was promised.
Yeah, and Kristen is just like starting to pull his sword out, but she's like, nah, we having a moment right now. Because they talk about how that white stag is supposed to be the symbol of royalty and all that kind of stuff, and he appeared to her instead of, with the royal party and all that. And she was like, she saw that as, this is the sign right here. We having a moment.
So I watched a little bit of the post show and they were talking about that. So basically the white stag is like ancient royalty or something like that. Basically like Arthurian times. It's a symbol of special kind of royalty. And then he's talking about like how he had the dream of having a son and the son wearing the crown. And he thought this was a symbol. And then when it wasn't, it was kind of a relief, because then it's like, hey, maybe I didn't fuck up by naming my daughter heir. And then I had a boy, because like he's very conflicted throughout this whole thing as to like, did I make the right decision by naming her heir? And is it going to make me look weak if I go back on it? What do I do? So
he's always worried about looking weak. That's his whole thing, because people think he's weak. So it's always the thing where it's just like, how do I not look weak? Because I'm just
ride a dragon and burn some motherfuckers. That's what I have learned. If you don't want to look weak, burn people with a dragon.
Yeah, because nobody's calling Daemon weak.
Bad leader, yes. Weak, absolutely not.
Bad leader, hothead, asshole, piece of shit, all kind of things. But weak is not something they're calling him. But yeah, all that happens. She comes back with this boar, and everybody just like, wait, what the fuck? Like, and she just walking like, yeah, I killed a boar while I was gone, and she just, yeah.
Did you see the look on Jason's face too?
Disturbed.
Like everyone else was impressed, kind of like, oh, okay, like dude's like skinning the rabbit and shit, and Jason's just like, oh, I'm not trying to marry that. She's covered in blood and shit.
Yeah, because Lannisters are pussies. But anyway, back at home, back at the ranch, they finally have a sit down with Viserys and Rhaenyra. There was, the back and forth that we were talking about earlier. Matt, you brought this up. Like, why did it take so long? Because they're both Targaryens and they're hard-headed royalty, and nobody wants to admit that they fucked up. So it's kind of how it is. We didn't talk about this. It was before that, wasn't it? When he had that talk with Alicent about him writing that letter to the letter that was sent to him from Sea Snake's brother.
No, that was when they got home. So they got home, and Lord Hightower came, and he's like, "All right, so basically, I let him fuck you. He knocked you up. I tried to convince him to marry my grandson off to his daughter. He's not having it. So I need you to go talk to him and convince him to make your son the heir because he's fucking up all my plans." So then she goes in there to like talk to him, and this is after everything. He's like, "Yeah, no, the wine really fucked me up. I'm hungover as shit." She's like, "Hey, let's talk." And then they have that whole discussion, and he's like, "All right, well, I got this thing from the sea snake here," and then she reads it, and she's all like, "Oh, well, he needs some help. You're gonna go help him?" He goes, "Yeah, fuck those guys. They didn't listen to me." And she goes, "Yeah, but isn't fucking Crabman kind of worse than that?" Ah, shit. I guess you're right. Fine. I'll send help.
Yeah. But yeah, when he was talking to Rhaenyra, I figured that was right before that, though, because when he was talking to Rhaenyra, he let her know that he was sending them help. So they have that talk. He sends the help. And the whole phrase, "don't kill the messenger," was just like, why? Like, wait, what man can go sick a duck? We talking about Hightower? I think she's talking about Hightower. But
he does
like,
a lot of dick sucking, so.
what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So he sends the messenger to let Damon know, like, "Yo, I'm sending you some help because clearly you're gonna die if I don't." And he gets pissed and just takes his helmet and starts wailing on the messenger. And it's just like, dude, he did nothing but say, "Hey, this from your brother." And it was good news. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I love that you said that, though, because we had the exact same conversation in our house where I looked at Kate and I'm like, "Isn't there a saying about don't kill the messenger?" And she goes, "It was probably from this." And I'm like, "Well, this isn't real." She goes, "Well, I mean something like this."
I see it, Mara.
I found that if I put it closer, the quality got better.
Yeah, I was able to see it then. Yeah. So yeah, he does that, and then you see him rowing across the water, comes ashore, and it looks like he's surrendering. But turns out they were enacting that plan that they were talking about on that hill earlier, where he shows himself to get them all to come out and fight and all that kind of stuff, and then they come in and swoop with the dragons. Because I was just okay. Because at first I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Oh, okay. So the dude that was skinning the rabbit was different than the Lannister, but yeah, Hightower too.
This is where Game of Thrones has me fucked up, because at first I thought Daemon was walking to go talk to the Crab King because they had some sort of, like, I thought he was losing on purpose, because in my mind at this time it is hard to lose when you have a dragon.
Okay, someone said it.
Just to point out though, Dany also managed to do that a couple times.
She did, but and she had 3 dragons, but they were not as
one.
big or as well trained as these dragons are.
True.
And she wasn't fighting crab people.
Look like crabs, talk like people. Yeah.
Crab people.
Yeah. You can read the tweets also, Mara. Like, it's.
I also know, but I just wanted to show the reaction. I also found out I can probably share what I'm looking at, but we'll try that next week when I can perfect it.
Yes.
But it was like someone had tweeted, "How y'all got a dragon and ain't one shit yet? Drogon would have had this shit over with." And then it's
True.
Billy Porter.
Yeah. But yeah. But them bringing in those dragons and taking everybody out at that very end point was my hot D moment of the week. That was it for me. Um, what other tweets we got, Mara?
I'm trying something.
You're trying something.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I had one for the new internal symbol of choosing violence.
That him. Okay. That's kind of contradictory, but
Because
because the white flag is still there. Like it was,
no, I know.
like
it was there when he did
yeah.
all that shit.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you. It's just like I don't know. Okay.
Or Damon read that letter and said,
So again, this is where Game of Thrones has got me fucked up on hashtag them dragons. Because first I thought he was like had some shit going on with the Crab Man and like in an alliance, and then I'm like, are they really gonna kill him already? Because
I was ready for that. I
thought he was about to die there.
Yeah, I was ready for him to have gone off doing something stupid because he just wants to prove something to his brother. He just pissed off because he's emotional like that and get himself killed. That's what I thought was coming.
And then I was like, where's the dragon? And I saw all those motherfuckers coming out. I'm like, all right, he's going to burn them all. The dragon's going to come. The dragon's going to come. And it did come, but there was some other dude riding that dragon. I'm like, oh, okay.
That was Sea Snake's son.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Looked like it to me.
Because I'm pretty sure.
Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That was, it's the Valerian son.
Yeah, the Sea Snake's son.
Okay. Because I didn't know anyone else could ride a dragon, but
that's what was contradictory to me too, because they even said it. Valerian was saying that their family weren't dragon riders.
Yeah.
But for some reason, his son was riding the dragon then, and I was just like, how'd that happen?
Because they sent over soldiers, they sent over boats. I'm assuming they sent over a couple fucking dragons. So I was I just assumed it was one of, their people on the dragon, like riding the dragon. And I think there were actually
that's the thing. They
riders.
did that attack before the help got there, because those were they were sending them from Cussalott Rock, so that was with Lannister people coming. They did this attack on their own before the help got there out of spite.
Okay, so that was completely lost on me then, because I definitely assumed when I saw other dragons besides his dragon that it was the help that they had requested, and the help got there and they went and did this shit.
No, because they were talking about their plan was to lure them out. If they had all that help, they wouldn't have had to lure them out and do that. They could have just went in there and just full bore, just powered through with all the soldiers they had. But they did that whole plan to lure them out so they could use the dragon on them because they didn't have that help yet.
Damon
I think it was two dragons.
There were two dragons, yes.
Yeah.
Damon rather put himself in harm's way and risk death than admit that he needs Viserys' help. He just like me for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I actually have two hot D moments. One is just like a personal thing for me that no one else is going to give a shit about, and then one was something that was really cool. The cool one was Damon walking out of the cave with half a crab man.
Yeah.
Because
that was a good one. That was a very close runner-up for me. Was him walking out with that torso, just dragging that shit.
And the other?
I was a little disappointed that we didn't get to see the fight, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
The other is, so Tyland Lannister, who is on the council, is in the 2018 Halloween movie. He's one of the podcasters that Michael kills. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking, I'm like, I know who that motherfucker is. I've seen him somewhere. Why does he look familiar? And Kate looked it up and she goes, oh, he's from Halloween. And it clicked. And I was like, okay. I know who you are now. Now I know who you are.
You're right. No, but I don't care. How about you, Mar? What was your hot D moment?
I think mine was the white flag that was not a white flag.
I hear you. Any more tweets?
I had one more. It was talking about Rhaenyra's options for her life, I guess. Her options for marriage are a Lannister or her 2-year-old half-brother. bitch, burn me at the stake. Cause fuck no.
Well, not to be fair, there was that one dude who came up and he's like, "Hey, King, would you like to hear my thoughts?" He's like, "Let me guess, you want her to marry your son, Sir Breakbones, the strongest knight in the." He's like, "No, actually, remember earlier when I said that you should marry that other Valerian house and you didn't listen to me and marry the 12-year-old? Well, they have a dude over there that she could marry, and we could fix all this if you just hook that up and unite the houses."
Oh,
Yeah.
the dude who should be hand to the king.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the one that's giving them all the good advice. That's just like, yo.
The other one, Otto, you should wed your 2-year-old son to your 17-year-old daughter. Everyone.
Yeah.
Trying to think if I have any more. Oh, the series after this is an old one, but actually no, this is from today. The series after removing Damon as heir, replacing him with Rhaenyra, marrying Rhaenyra's best friend, having a son with Rhaenyra's best friend, getting her pregnant again, and trying to marry Rhaenyra off to a Lannister. I am going to create an environment so toxic.
Oh man, yeah, that's good. That's good.
So I appreciate that there is a family, like an established black family, because in Game of Thrones, the only dude that we had that was like of power was that dude who didn't even have shit, just told everyone he had a bunch of shit and his vault was empty.
that dude over across the
But I also do know
there was also that pirate dude that was friends with Davos.
Yes.
That said he was gonna fuck the queen.
Not. But I do know that this whole house, this other last Valerian house, does not make it to the Game of Thrones. So they are not long for this world.
Yeah. It's not gonna end well for them. No. Good chance they got wiped out during Robert's Rebellion. That's what I'm thinking. At least.
Damn, which means that little 12-year-old girl, I mean, she probably dead by then.
She would have been dead by then anyway. Yeah.
Or the Mad King took him out because he just didn't like anyone.
It's also possible. He probably burned them up too.
Insane.
It's all possible. Yeah. There was something else I was gonna say. Now I forgot.
I'm sorry.
Rhaenyra. Alicent.
Serious.
Damon.
People trying to marry babies.
Y'all are not helping right now.
People
Lady
trying to
Red
fuck
Wine.
each other. People trying to fight each other. People trying to.
Let me think. Because y'all were both just saying things and making it even worse. So yeah, you stay muted. I don't know, fuck it, I lost it.
Like, the thing is, because I'm also in here producing, I can actually unmute myself, but I know how mad I got when Vince did that, so I just let you have this.
That's fine.
I figured I could just hit unmute.
You both can just unmute yourselves, but it's just like you both just kept talking and I needed to do something. Yeah, and by that point it was all gone, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, all right. We need to give this episode a rating. What do y'all think? 1 to 5 dragon scale.
Okay. I give it a 3.
I'm gonna go 3.5.
Thank you, Amani. Yes. So it is.
There we go.
The one thing we didn't say.
Yes, it is good to see a black family. And it's funny how every now and then they do shit that just really is just some black shit. When they were like, Lannister started losing it. Not Lannister. Damon started losing his shit and them just standing back and minding their damn business because this ain't got nothing to do with us. Like it was just like moment like that.
That's not any of our problems. I'm keeping myself out of
Yeah.
that
Yeah, instead
narrative.
of like, and minding their black ass business was just like, yeah.
So you know how they say in every gang there's always the one crazy white dude? Would Damon be that one crazy white dude that they keep around?
But they got a lot of white people with them, though. That's the thing.
They do, but none of them are really important.
True. But yeah, they just, yeah, that was what it was. Thank you very much. Um, anyway,
Monty
yeah.
deserves a spot on the show.
I want to hear her tell someone to sick a duck.
Perhaps that can be arranged. 1 to 5 dragon scale, Mar. You said 3. What do you say,
Yes.
Matt?
3.5.
We don't do 0.5s here. 1 to 5. Whole numbers up.
Fine. I will also go 3 then.
Yeah, it seems like we're all on the same page here. I'm also saying 3. I didn't love it as much as last week, but it was still a good show.
Didn't love it, didn't hate it. I'm neutral.
Yeah.
Overall, I just want
More violence.
More violence.
But the thing is, I felt like we got more violence in this episode than we did the last episode. But this episode wasn't Rhaenyra's heavy, and I feel like that's where they lost me.
Mara wants to burn them all.
I want more. I want some more. No, I lie. I want like contextual violence. I want the backstabbing and the plotting. I need more of that, and I need it to be more apparent.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard the rumor? So I guess it's not rumors now, but apparently Scarlet Witch is in the show.
Elizabeth
You
Olsen?
mean Elizabeth?
Yes.
No, I didn't
I
know
was
that.
like, wait.
Apparently she's going to be in the show, and everyone's assuming she's going to be one of the Red Women or a Red Woman.
Interesting. Check that out. I mean, I guess because Scarlet Witch thinks she had red hair, then she doesn't naturally have red hair, though. So,
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah, since we're all in agreement, 3 out of 5. I mean, Creation World's official rating for this episode.
Oh,
Hashtag them dragons. 3 out of 5 stars. Why are you making the face or the oh shit face? Or whatever
that
face
is
it
a rumor, but not for this season.
Oh.
It is renewed for a second season, so yeah.
Yeah, it says rumored season 2, episode 1.
Okay.
So we'll have to wait till next year.
Hopefully.
Felt like I waited 20 for this one, so.
Like I say, you know how, they might start taking longer because they just do shit when they feel like it. So, but yeah. If that's all, I think that'll be it for this week's episode of Hashtag Them Dragons. Don't forget you can follow us on Instagram at Twitter at It's Creation World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. Also, subscribe to us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitch. YouTube.com/Creation World, Twitch.tv/Creation World. Also, hop on the Patreon, get some goodies, some fun goodies, extra stuff. You like extra stuff. Everybody likes extra stuff. $1 gets you a lot of extra stuff. Patreon.com/Creation World. Let's see. You can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
I thought you forgot how to spell your name for a second.
Oh, I was just dramatic. Pause.
On Instagram and Twitter at Mara the Shark. MARADASHARK.
This may be the last time you see me on here.
Maybe.
I have not been told yet if I'm being replaced by their other favorite white boy. So if you don't see me again,
contract by the week,
but you want to see me again, you follow me at Matt Ridders at MATTRIDDR on Twitter only. I'm the host of the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smack and Raw podcast. And we go live right here where you're watching this on YouTube and Twitch every Friday. at 11 p.m. Central Time.
Central, yeah.
Yes. So go check us out there. Follow us facebook.com/group/Smackin' Raw pod on Twitter as well. And yeah, that's about it since you did all the Creation World stuff.
All right. Well, then we'll end it right there. We'll catch y'all again next week. Until then, we out.
Peace.
Gator Brigaders.